Hi everyone, I'm Dr.P.KAVITHA, Assistant Professor of Economics, PG in Research Department of Economics, A.D.M. College for Women, Autonomous, Nagapattinam. Today my topic, balance of payment. What is meant by balance of payment? The balance of payment is a method countries use to monitor all international monetary transactions in a specific period. The balance of payment is usually calculated every quarter or every calendar year. All traders conducted by both the private and public sectors are accounted for in the balance of payment to determine how much money is going in and out of a country. If a country has received money, this is known as a credit. And if a country has paid or given money, the transaction is counted as a debit. The balance of payment is an important metric that nations rely on to determine economic status in the international market. This financial information also shows whether a nation is experiencing a surplus or deficit. There are three major components to balance of payment that economists use for a range of important purposes. Now, define balance of payment. According to Kindleberger, the balance of payment of the country is a systematic record of all economic transactions between the residents of reporting country and residents of foreign countries during a given period of time. It is a double entry system of record of all economic transactions. In economics, the balance of payments record of all the financial transactions and international trade a country makes. The balance of payment shows whether a country saves enough funds to pay for imports and can produce enough output to cover the costs associated with economic growth. The nations report the balance of payment each quarter, but the balance of payment can show activities for an entire year. Now, components of the balance of payment. The balance of payment include three essential components that measure income trade. Ownership of assets in transaction of a country. There are current account, financial account, and the capital account are the three primary elements that economists analyze to evaluate a nation's financial standing within the international market. Now, current account. The current account track a nation's trade, the balance along with the effect of direct payment and net income now on its economic standing when a country citizens make purchases. These funds provide the country with the savings and the income it needs to fund its purchases, business activities, and its spending and infrastructure. The current account stays imbalance in a nation, consumer spending enough to cover these activities. When a nation's current account is deficit, its citizens spend more on imported goods than they keep in savings. The current account deficit results in a nation borrowing money from another to fund its deficit. Over time, economic growth can show in the deficit country can get out of the deficit. Now, financial account. A country's financial account reflects the changes in the ownership of any foreign asset and foreign ownership over its assets. The financial account is balanced when a country ownership over foreign assets equal other nations ownership over its domestic assets. A deficit can develop if a country foreign ownership increases faster than its domestic ownership. A deficit arises in the financial accounts of a nation balance of payment. It means the nation sells more assets than it gains. Now, capital account. The capital account is usually a smallest component of the balance of payment, and it tracks all the financial processes that don't affect a country's production, income, or saving. If a nation starts a transaction like a transfer of copyrights, trademarks, or cross-border payments on insurance premiums, it records this occurrence in the capital account. The many economic and financial activities nations participate in politically have direct effect on income, savings, and production. Transaction with the capital account can be raised. Then, importance of the balance of payments. The balance of payment and the components of the balance of payments are crucial for understanding a nation's economic standing. This metric also shows whether the value of a country currency is appreciating or depreciating. Now, many financial professionals enroll in life investment management, government, policymaking, and federal banking use the nation's of the balance of payment to direct research, analysis, and development policies and strategies that support the nation's growth. Consider several more important uses of the balance of payment and its components. Decision making. The balance of payment is a crucial metric of decision making at the national level. Professionals like economists, federal accountants, policymakers, and others use the data from the nation's balance of payment to adapt the production and expectations to increasing or decreasing price levels, interest rate, inflation rates, and employment rates. Developing trade policies. Governments refer to the balance of payment to develop trade policies. Since the data, the balance of payment provides a good insight into the economic transactions between one country to other nations. The insight economics can gain from analyzing the balance of payment help them identify beneficial and helpful trends along allowing them to create trade policies that help nations reach important objectives and support of economic growth. Implementing growth strategies. The balance of payment helps governments understand where the place focus to achieve the fiscal objectives and constant economic growth. The data that the government analyze from the balance of payment can help them create strategies that support their nation's growth and status within the international market. Understanding whether a nation is in deficit or surplus is highly important for developing the most effective and beneficial strategies for growth level. Now, analyzing deficit. The balance of payment highlights whether a country is in deficit or surplus. The data economists analyze the balance of payment and help them better understand the reasons behind a nation's deficit so they can develop ways to solve it. Analyzing deficit using the information from the balance of payment allow the economists to better allocate domestic funds to get out of its deficit and achieve the growth. Investing with surplus. Just as the balance of payment helps economists analyzing the deficit, it also helps the economists determine how to invest the surplus. When a nation has surplus its gross domestic product and other assets, it can reinvest these funds into its economy. This can lead to more availability of jobs, resources, domestic goods and services, and other domestic assets. Countries with surpluses in the balance of payment may also decide to assist nations in deficits. The balance of payment and balance of trade are important indicators in the international economy because they reflect a country's fiscal health, economic competitiveness, and place in the global economic landscape. Both concepts offer unique insights for policymakers, economists, investors, and businesses to better understand economic dynamics and plan for the future. The balance of payment spans a broader spectrum of financial activities, including international investment, loans, transfer, and trade in commodities and services, whereas the balance of trade gauges a country's economic power and productivity by balancing export and import. Both nations differ in the depth and breadth of coverage they provide, indicating a country's total financial stability and solvency in a global perspective. Understanding these metrics is critical in today's interconnected world as they influence national policy and the global trends. What is the balance of trade? Now, the meaning of balance of trade. The balance of trade, also referred to as the trade balance, is the difference between the value of country import and its export. It is a significant component of the current account, which also include other transactions like income from the international investment and international aid. If the value of export exceeds the value of import, a country has trade surplus. However, when the value of import is greater than export, it results in a trade deficit. The balance of trade is the reflection of a country's competitiveness in the global marketplace and its net efficiency of a producer. Now, the difference between the balance of trade and balance of payment. The fundamental difference between the balance of trade and balance of payment is integral to analyzing the country's economic health and its integration with the global economy. Balance of trade and balance of payment. Only records import and export of goods and services, record all transactions between the residents of a country and the rest of the world. In result, you either get trade surplus or trade deficit. Always balance out of the include capital and financial accounts, an indicator of a country net efficiency as a user. Then reflect of a country's economic and financial stability does not include a capital transfer, provide a partial picture of foreign exchange, provide a complete picture of foreign exchange, including both visible and invisible items. Is a component of balance of payment, is not a component of balance of trade. The balance of trade is a narrower economic concept essentially capturing only the import and export of goods and services. It represents the difference between the value of goods and services of a country sells to other nations. It is the export. And what is the purchase from the done import? Done imports. Depending on the relative values of export and imports, a country balance of trade would result in a trade surplus. It is export exceed import or a trade deficit that is import exceed export. This balance serves as a parameter of a nation's net efficiency as a producer and its competitiveness in the global marketplace. For example, a consistent trade surplus would indicate a highly competitive export-oriented economy, while a persistent trade deficit might suggest an economy reliant on foreign goods and services. In contrast, the balance of payment takes a more comprehensive view by recording all economic transactions between the residents of a country and the rest of the world, not just those involved in goods and services. This includes trade in goods and services, formatting the current account, which include balance of trade, but also extend to other elements like international investment, income, and transfer payments. It includes the capital account, recording transfer of capital ownership, and the financial account, that is the recording investment and the loans. Therefore, the balance of payment gives you a much broader picture of a nation's economic relations with the outside the world. An essential characteristic of the balance of payment is that it always balance out when all its components are considered. Any deficit or surplus in the current account must counterbalanced by an equivalent surplus or deficit in the capital and the financial accounts. The balancing nature underscores the interconnectedness of economic transaction and reflect the economic principles that money flowing out of a country must ultimately return in some form. The balance of payment serves as a reflection of a country, the overall economic and financial stability. A country with a stable and positive balance of payment is generally seen as an attractive prospect for the foreign investors, while consistent balance of payment deficit gives signal underlying economic issues and return investment. Then impact of the balance of trade and balance of payment of the economy. The balance of trade and balance of payment both have significant impact of the country's economy. A trade deficit which indicates a higher import than export can mean the country is consuming more than it produces, possibly leading to debt. The balance of payment, on the other hand, offer a wider perspective on the country's economic health, considering its total international financial position. Now, what is the disequilibrium? Disequilibrium is a situations where internal and external forces prevent market equilibrium from being reached or cause the market to fall out of balance. This can be short-term byproduct of a change in the variable factors or a result long-term structural imbalances. Now, the reasons for disequilibrium. There are a number of reasons for market equilibrium. Sometimes the disequilibrium occurs when the supplier set as a fixed price for goods and services for a certain time period. During the period of fixed prices, the quantity demanded increases in the market for goods and services. There will be a shortage of supply. Another reason for disequilibrium in the government intervention, the government sets the floor or ceiling for a good or services, the market will become inefficient inefficient the quantity supplied will disappropriate the quantity demanded. For example, the government sets a price ceiling on rent. Landlords may be reclined to rent out of their extra property to the tenants. And there will be excess demand for the housing due to the shortage of the rental property. Now the causes of disequilibrium. In a perfectly efficient market, the market would always remain in economic equilibrium. However, no market in the real world can operate with full efficiency. Various external factors and variable causes of the market become imbalanced. The external forces may keep either to the demand and supply or both sides of the market out of their natural state. Number one, fixed prices, government intervention, tariff and quotas, minimum wages, current account, deficit, surplus, debt currencies, inflation or deflation, changing foreign exchange reserve, population growth, political instability, trade war, price war. Thank you.